Hi everybody, how are you all doing? I hope we're having a good weekend so far. So today is Sunday the 9th of March 2014 and I'm here to talk about the very first Newcastle Film and Comic Con that is being held this weekend. It kicked off yesterday and started at 9, finished at 6. Myself with a friend Danielle, we both went around 11 o'clock. We got there, it was busy. I mean, it was really busy. I think it was a lot busier than many people have thought, including the people who were organising it as well. But we were there for about just after 10:30, and I think we were in the queue for about a good 40-45 minutes before we eventually got in. Bearing in mind we had already, Danielle had already booked the tickets way back in October when she first heard about it. So we went in, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Lots of people in cosplay. We had the 99th Garrison there, who are the UK sort of Star Wars group as such, like the 501st Legion that you have pretty much across not just America, but I think all over the world. I think they're a huge group. They are. So there was them. We had people dressed up as the judges from Judge Dredd. It was awesome. They're like a huge group of them, and they might as well have been the security there, to be perfectly honest. There was, as I say, the 99th Garrison, so you had Stormtroopers, you had Darth Vader, you had Darth Maul as well. There was guys dressed up in Ghostbusters as well. The guests that were there, it was quite an interesting number as well, which is pretty cool. We had Christopher Judge from Stargate SG-1, John Rhys Davis. He was supposed to be there yesterday as well as today, but apparently his flight was delayed, or he couldn't make it, I believe. So he's there today, hopefully. Carl Weathers, for those of you who watched Predator and Rocky 1 to 4 movies that he was in with Sylvester Stallone. Danny John Jules, who played who played Cat in Red Dwarf. He was there yesterday, along with Sylvester McCoy as well. There were a huge number of Star Wars actors and actresses there. You had Paul Blake, who played Greedo. He's there today. Dave Prowse, the legend that is Dave Prowse. I just got to show you something. Hang on. Oh, dear me. While I just go in the back here. Okay, Dave Prowse is the guy who was dressed up as Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy, and I was at two minds as to whether or not, or should I take something with me to get signed. So I decided I'm going to, because why not? So here it is. This is my limited edition gold box set DVD of Star Wars, and as you can see, it has been signed by Dave himself. And I was actually talking to him because he was the guy responsible for bulking up Christopher Reeve as Superman, and he was telling me how he got the phone call from Richard Donner, basically saying, "We've got this this new guy in who is going to play Superman in the new film, and we need for you to get him bulked up and trained." He said, "Well, how long have I got?" He said, 6 weeks. So he basically put on 40 pounds of muscle on Christopher Reeve in 6 weeks. I just thought that was quite impressive. And he said that he got to know Christopher really well. There were times when anytime Christopher was in the UK, he would always want to meet up with Dave. And you know, he was very, you could tell the conversations I had with him, he was so proud to have that honour to be able to, you know, train and bulk up Christopher Reeve to become the legend that is Superman, for everybody to identify with Christopher as their definition of Superman. It was just amazing. So it's now in my possession, and I'm so pleased that I've got it signed. So yeah, that is now staying in the cabinet, and it's not, oh dearie me. Yeah. So that's that. So as I say, the number of Star Wars characters, people there, as I say, Dave Prowse was there. You had Kenny Baker, although I didn't actually see him, to be perfectly honest. Katie Purvis, who plays one of the Ewoks. We had Kenneth Colley, who was it Admiral Piet, I believe he was, and a few other names in there as well. There's quite a huge cast. I mean, I'll be honest, when I first saw the website, there was only about 4 or 5 guests showing up, so it was quite interesting. But I think as time has gone on, they started introducing more and more guests were deciding that they were going to come. One person that stood out for me was a guy by the name of Ian White. A number of you might know of him. He's been in Game of Thrones, he was in Prometheus, he's in Predator, and even in Harry Potter as well. And he's tall, he's humongously tall. He must be about a good 7 foot or something. And it dawned on me that he must have been the guy that was one of the Prometheus sort of like aliens, you know, the really, really big dudes, like the one that we saw at the beginning of the film, and then sort of later on as well, and one that got, you know, hit with a massive face hugger as well. But again, I think he was also the guy that was actually one of the Predators in the film as well. So he's huge. He's very, very huge. What else did we have? There was a lot of you had artists and writers there: Robert Rankin, Alan Grant, Mary Talbot, Brian Ruckley, and Brian Talbot, to name a few. There was even some sports personalities there as well. We had Frank Bruno, the great Jeff Capes, Carl Fogarty, Jackie Charlton, Peter Beardsley, and you know, Brian Robson, Gordon Banks, and also John Barnes. So a few, as I say, some of these were yesterday and today. Some are just appearing today. Some were just appearing yesterday as well. So it was pretty good. It was busy, and there were a load of stalls and everything, merchandise to be purchased. I sat for Christopher Judge's Q&A, and he was talking about the you know, pranks that he pulled on set during SG1, and also apparently they had a farting competition. I don't know, but it was hilarious. I did buy something. I only bought one. You know, I didn't really want to go all out, but I thought if I'm going to leave there, I want to leave with something special. And whilst I was walking around, whilst me and Danielle were walking around, I could see so many people with these uber-long canvas paintings. A lot of them were all like Arkham City in particular. Some of them, you know, they all had this huge canvas paintings, and they were all like various comic book related stuff and computer games as well. And I say the main one that I saw was a lot of Batman Arkham City. So I was saying to people, I said, where are you guys getting these from? They pointed out the location, so I thought, right, let me go over there, let's see what they've got, because, you know, I want to see exactly what they've got there. And then I found something that caught my eye, and I was so overjoyed. I was like, all right, I have to have it. I went, how much? And the guy went, 15 quid. I was like, oh. So, in case you're wondering, it's sat right here. Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh my god. So, yeah. Can you see that? Oh my god, yes. So this is the Justice sort of like cover that Alex Ross and Doug Braithwaite had done in collaboration with Jim Kruger. If you see up here, I've got the absolute version of it, and I think it's back here. I'll pull all 3 volumes of it as well, because this was done way back in like 2006, 2007, I think, and it's one of the best stories I've ever read. First of all, came in 3 volumes. You can get a hardcover of all 3 of them put together, and as I say, there's the absolute edition. There's also the trade paperback as well. But that's volume 1 there. Okay. And then you've got volume 2, which is got the villains. Okay, which is pretty cool right there. You see Joker, Bizarro, and Cheetah with Lex and Brainiac. And then the 3rd one had the heroes all armoured up and suited, ready for the final battle as such. It's an absolute shame that they didn't actually have the villains one of this, because that would have made the the collection even better. But I'm actually very, very proud that I finally have this now. I've actually been looking for something like this for quite a while, and then here it is. Here it is. I've got it now, so I'm really, really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. So yeah, so I'll just put that back there. Lord, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, because I actually have no room in my bedroom right now to put anything more. So it might have to go somewhere outside of my bedroom. Of course, I have to wait until Hayley's moved out, that is. Anyway, so yeah, so as I say, all in all, it was a very, very good convention. Unfortunately, due to the huge amount of people that turned up unexpectedly, a lot of people, I say a lot, and I'll give you a rough figure, I think about 5,000 people who purchased tickets weren't able to get in. So if you pre-booked your ticket, and if you got there really early, so if you were there for about 9ish, then you were okay to get in. But from about 10 o'clock onwards, it was just mad. It really was mad, to the point of where I heard a couple of my friends were actually in the queue not long after I got in, and I was hearing from one of them that a fight had broken out. A guy dressed as Batman was actually fighting with security. Go figure. There's the irony: Batman fighting with security. So it was unfortunate, and a lot of people have tweeted their frustrations about it. It's just a shame, because Newcastle has got a lot to offer, and I hope they learn from this for next year. A, get a bigger venue. B, organise people who have purchased their tickets online, give them the priority to get in first. You know, there were people, they had two queues either side of the arena. You had one if you already had a purchase ticket, and one if you were going to buy in on the door. And I could see so many people who were buying on the door going in before those of us who had already purchased tickets. And what they were doing was, they were waiting for people to come out to then allow the same number of people came out to be allowed in as well. It was really unorganised, which is a shame. As I say, that's what's really marred the convention, because so many. If there's one select group of fans that you don't want to piss off, it's the geeks. It's us geeks and nerds. You don't want to piss us off, and you know, it was a first time for a lot of people. My first here in Newcastle, anyway. I mean, I've already been to Metropolis, so I kind of know what it's like to be at a convention. But for a lot of people, this is their first time, and so many people couldn't get in, and it was just an absolute shame. So I really hope that they learn from it for next year. You're probably wondering the t-shirt that I'm wearing at the moment, aren't you? I'll quickly show you. Okay, this is an Ultraman t-shirt that I got from a website called redbubble.com. Okay, it just arrived this week, along with four other t-shirts, and I'm going to show you them right now. Okay, you're going to love these, because I've been waiting for these to arrive for a long time now. Okay, if you've been reading the recent Supergirl comics, you'll know that she has now joined the Red Lanterns. It's not pretty, is all I'm going to say, but I found this. Yes, the Red Lantern Kara Supergirl t-shirt. It just looks amazing. Oh, I'm in love with it. So that's that one there. Okay. Now, Green Arrow fans are about to faint in absolute excitement now, because look, yes, I finally now have a Green Arrow t-shirt. I will be wearing these when I'm doing my reviews and such. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Love it, love it. I posted these on Twitter and on Facebook, and straight away a couple of people were like, where did you get that Green Arrow t-shirt? I want it. And I gave them the direct link to get it. I will be posting the links below of where you can find these t-shirts, exactly where to look for them. Okay. The other one that I got, Superman Red Sun. Yay! So that's that one. The only downside is that the logo is not as high as I thought it would be, but that's okay. It's not too bad. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And then the fifth one, for those of you who are familiar with Cyborg Superman, aka Hank Henshaw, when he sort of joined, I think it was the Sinestro Corps, I believe. This was his little symbol. So this is the symbol of Hank Henshaw there. Okay, so I am absolutely overjoyed that I've got these. It's amazing. It's absolutely wonderful. And as I say, Ultraman. I wore this yesterday to the con because I couldn't choose between. I was like, well, which one should I wear? I didn't know which one to wear, so I thought, well, I'm gonna go wearing my Ultraman T-shirt instead. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. But yeah, as I say, I'll post all the links below, so you can have an idea as to where you can get these T-shirts and many more. It's not just T-shirts that they do, because how it works is you actually have independent artists who design these, you know, awesome logos and whatnot. And it's not just superhero comic book stuff. There's all sorts of stuff. There's tons of designs on Redbubble, and they put them on T-shirts, posters, mugs, stickers, photographic prints, phone cases as well. You know, it's massive. I stumbled upon it sometime just after Christmas and New Year, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, this is new, somewhere I can spend more money now. So, and as I say, when you see what they've got, what these artists have to offer, you're going to love it. There's even, I'm going to post a link to this one artist on there who I follow on Tumblr, known as Dangerous124. He has a page as such on redbubble.com, and he actually sells, Arrow fans are going to love this, Olicity items. Okay, he does. So if you ship Oliver and Felicity on Arrow, you're going to love it. So I'll post that link below. And for the artists as well who do these T-shirts, this one in particular is by a guy called Blinky Too Lame. So I'll post his link for his page, and there's another one. What's his name? The guy by the name of Big Rock DJ, and he was the one that was responsible for the Arrow T-shirt. Okay, so again, I'll post his link as well for you, so you can all have a look at what they've got to offer. Okay, as I say, they're independent artists, and yeah, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So that's pretty much it. As I say, I'm hoping that next year's Comic-Con will be much better, because it was when I was sat down for Chris Judge's Q&A, you could hear another Q&A on the other side of like the stage as such, and it was so much louder than Chris Judge's, to the point of where everybody that was sitting for Chris Judge's was thinking, well, you know, you've got to make it more closed off, or have a room for these sort of talks, because you go to somewhere like San Diego, which is like the biggest Comic-Con ever, and you've got all these various halls, all these various rooms that you can go in, and you sit down, you listen to the panel, people giving talks and whatnot. So as I say, I'm hoping that they will learn from this. It's an experience. It is the first time in Newcastle, so we'll see if next year we get a much bigger and different venue as such, and then who knows? We'll see how it goes from there. But overall, as I say, I really enjoyed it, and we'll see how it goes anyway in the next 12 months for next year's as well. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon.